Hi, thanks for tuning in to our latest video. And if you like this one, please subscribe so you'll know when our next one's coming out. Please, please, please. Hi, we're Jill and John Nelson, geezers, and it seems like we're always on the go. In this episode, we're at Twin Dikes, an Army Corps of Engineers campground on Sam Rayburn Reservoir in East Texas. Twin Dikes has 43 campsites in 3 different loops. One of the loops has full hookups, the other one has just water and electric, and the third one just 10 sites with no hookups. Twin Dikes is located near the town of Brookland, Texas, and about 15 miles from the town of Jasper. It's on the shores of one of the most highly prized bass fisheries in the nation. Sam Rayburn Reservoir covers 114,000 acres of prime fishing and plays host to more than 300 bass tournaments a year.
If you're going to Twin Dikes or one of the many other campgrounds on Sam Rayburn, bring a boat, if you can. Any kind of boat. Around here, it's all about the fishing, and you'll run across everything from big bass boats to smaller rowboats, canoes, and kayaks. Or you can hang out on the shore like I did and throw in a line. We're going to get you out to the campground in just a second, but first we want to remind you to please hit that subscribe button.
Yes, please, please, please hit the subscribe button. That'll keep you updated on all the places we're going and give us more views.
And leave us a comment too. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, now let's go to the campground.
Let's go. Here we are at Twin Dikes Army Corps of Engineers campground on Sam Rayburn Lake Reservoir. We're at site number 4. Very nice site, although I wish I had a little more space in between. But it has a nice shelter with a picnic table. It has water, electric, and sewer, and a nice view of the lake. Sites right along the lake are tent sites. So if you wanted to rough it a little bit, there's no water or electric included with those, just a site plus a covered awning over the picnic table and a fire ring. This is this side. There's not a lot of sites here that have sewer. We're on the loop A, and that's the only one that has sewer. I think there's about 10 sites here that have sewer. There's this. What's nice on this side, you have big open space over here to where the gives you some little breathing room. This is the back side of the loop. These sites also have sewer, water, and electric. And these other ones back here are kind of nice. Lots of people bring their big boats, but they have little shelters there. So if you didn't have a trailer, the insides have big space. You could put sleeping bags or some cots, and also there's a table in there. There's 3 of them on this loop. And they have electric. Go inside one of them that's not occupied. This is site number 1. As you can see, it has a picnic table with a shelter, fish cleaning table, a fire ring, and then you go in here. Let's go in. And it has a table and all these windows open. Nice little space in here. A little better. You can open it up. You also have a view out to the lake. Power. And then there's your site. They also have the little pay stations at the front gate here in case there's no attendant, which is nice. And this park also honors if you have the National Parks Golden Pass, Senior Pass, whatever you want to call it. You can purchase them once you're 62, and you get half price at just about all the Army Corps of Engineering campgrounds. Here at Twin Dikes, this is a second loop here. Basically has just water and electric. There are sites on both sides. We have ones that look out to the lake, and also on the inner loop. The other side has sites with water and electric. This is the last loop. Maybe it's considered C. This is all tent camping here. Mostly locals. Most of the license plates appear to be from Texas. And a lot of these people just come here to camp and go fishing. So I would consider this place almost like a big fish camp. There's 43 total sites here. And people just out having fun, and this side again looks out to the lake. There are 2 boat launch areas at the campground. This is one, and it's a very large parking lot. This is the other boat launch site. Somebody putting in their boat. Look at the main parking lot. You can see this is a fishing haven.
You know, one of the things that we should point out about Sam Rayburn is it's not just a bass lake.
Right. You can catch lots of different fish. There's panfish, and I know there's supposed to be record channel cats and just all kinds of catfish in the lake.
Big old cats. Speaking of big old cats driving down the road.
Oh, yeah.
The speed limit on these little 2-lane roads in Texas is 75 miles an hour.
People are just zooming ahead of us, and we're just poking along in our RV.
Well, I felt like I was poking along, but I'm trying to push 55, 60 miles an hour, and they're passing me like I wasn't even there.
So just be aware that they like to drive fast in Texas.
Yeah, speed limits are crazy. Anyway, one of the things that we also wanted to talk about is Army Corps of Engineer campgrounds and the myth that they're somehow primitive.
Yeah, a lot of the ones we stayed at actually had full hookups, water, electric, and sewer, and nice big spaces, rivaling any state park, and better than a lot of the private campgrounds.
Yeah, we really like the COEs, and if you've got that senior pass for national parks, you get in for half price. So
and a lot of them, I said, like, aren't primitive. They have water and electric or full hookups.
Yeah, and we're going to show you one right now.
Yeah. Here at the dam area of the Sam Rayburn Reservoir, there's a little monument here dedicated to him, Sam Rayburn Dam and Reservoir, and it was dedicated by then President Lyndon Johnson in May of 1965, a year after he became president. Not quite. Looks out over the reservoir. This area has a little, it's called Overlook Park, has a little bit of tables, and in the background there's some tables. You can sit on a nicer day, a little windy today. And across the road, they do produce some hydroelectric power here too. This dam created a lake that will become almost as famous as the man it's named after. Sam Rayburn. He served 24 terms, yes, 24, as a U.S. Congressman from Texas, 1913 to 1961, and he was Speaker of the House for much of that time. That's a record equal to any bass coming out of his reservoir. There are several COE campgrounds on the reservoir, including the one that we're headed for right now. It's called Ebenezer Equestrian Campground, and it's just on the other side of the dam. Sure makes me wish I still had horses. Just down the road from where we're staying at Twin Dikes, there's this Ebenezer Park, which is an equestrian park. And you can bring your horses. They have campsites set up with corrals. So if you're a horse person, it'd be a great place. You can go horseback riding, as well as be right on Sam Rayburn Reservoir. If you wanted to take a side trip while you were at Sam Rayburn Reservoir and any of the campgrounds here, there is a fish hatchery, although right now it's closed to tours, but it's a very big place. As you can see, there's the main building way up in the front. It's a huge facility. They must hatch lots of fishies here.
As we roll slowly past the hatchery ponds, I'm sure Jill is already hatching up plans for our next trip. But before we go, we want to thank you for joining us, and as always, hope to see you down the road.